of me answering the questions to a book of questions. I've asked some of you for your opinions. Some of you gave me really good ideas. Thank you, Chris, for commenting on my post. And yeah, making a podcast out of this is really good. Once I get enough people, then yeah, I can probably bring the people along and definitely talk to them. Having this as a podcast format is definitely doable. It's just more of finding the time to do it. Right now, I do not have a set time or a set day when I'll release these videos. Right now, I'm just doing it right when I get home from work and after relaxing a bit, you know. So, anyways, on to question number 2. Question number 2 is, what would you do if your 6-year-old daughter's favorite toy, a talking doll, started to convince her that she needed a new friend? The next doll in the company line. Oh man, burn it. No, first thing I would do is see, is there batteries in there? If there's batteries in there, I will take it out and pull out all the wiring in there. That way it doesn't talk anymore. The funny thing about this one is that it's actually really in our face and we don't realize this. When you say things are starting to talk to someone, that can come out in many ways. And what I'm referring to right now are iPhones. I don't know if they still do this. I own an iPhone, but I always avoid getting the last one or two updates before the expected deadline before a certain deadline before like the new iPhone comes out. Why do I say that? Is because iPhones have had a history of starting to go bad because of the there's something with the updates that start killing your phone. So I'm sorry for the noise in the background. That car is there, but it's kind of funny. So iPhones are like a doll, and if programmed a certain way, they start talking to you. They start slowing down and telling you need a new phone. When in reality, you really just need to reformat it and go back to the old iOS. But it's one of those things where it's these things happen to us. This question is funny because the first thing you would think is, "Hey, this doll is trying to convince my daughter, which I do not have. I don't have any kids, to to get a new friend." One, that would freak me out, and I would definitely either get some salt, spray some salt on it, spray it with holy water. If nothing is working and still trying to talk, I would definitely burn it through the trash can and probably send it across state. I don't know who left the TV on for, what was that show, Annabelle, on, and then wrote this question. See that TV show, movie, but yeah, that's not happening. But yeah, it's one of those things where you don't think about it, where things in this actually happen in real life. That's my thoughts on this question. I'm pretty sure I kind of went in a different direction from what I originally thought I would answer because I read this question immediately after I finished my video yesterday, and this literally just popped into my mind just before I started this video. I usually take a day to think about what I'm gonna say, but it's as I speak, the things come out pretty raw, and it's not. These are not scripted reads. Uh, but yeah, um, if you have an opinion and you like to answer this question or you want to respond to my question, feel free to comment. Uh, I also I do plan to have a day where I go through these questions and read your responses, and I would and respond to your questions probably once a week after doing probably 10 or so questions. Might do more than one question in a day. I still haven't decided yet, but we'll see what's more down the line. But this is question 2. What would you do if your 6-year-old daughter's favorite toy, a talking doll, started trying to convince her that she needed a new friend, the next doll in the company line? Um, like the the book I'm getting these questions from is the Book of Questions by Gregory Stott, PhD. This revised and updated. This looks like maybe the second edition, maybe. It doesn't really say, it just says revised and edited, but it's an interesting book. There's about 200 or so questions, and there's a bunch of sub questions. Looks like 288, and then there's also sub questions on top of that. So a little bit more than what's actually stating. But yeah, if you would like to join me, let me know. These are really interesting questions. I'd love to answer them with more people. But yeah, in the meantime, have a good day. Stay safe. Stay in quarantine. Wear your mask. Happy 4th of July. Today is July 2nd, 2020, and we still have another 6 months to go. Good night.